Well, YouTube, what we did is we took this panel off so we could see the coil. This is the coil right here. And then we use this fan to blow air on it so we could have a refrigerator because it's Christmas and everything is closed. And we've been getting by. We got a refrigerator. And if this area right here gets hot, it's because your system is not working. So when you touch here, if it's hot, that's because the fan is not working. This is the condenser fan is out. There's some videos how to get it out. I've gone one step further, how to get you to have refrigerator while you're getting your parts. So if this area is getting hot right here, and very hot, like probably 110 degree, then your condenser fan is probably not working. We took it out and we used the fan to give us what this little fan is supposed to do, blow air. And then went one step further because this is a very simple motor. I decided to clean it and I opened it up and it's amazingly simple. Literally has nothing in it. Just take this out, pull things out, lubricate. I used the degreaser. I mean, PB blaster. You can probably use whatever you got. But I cleaned the inside, I cleaned the other side, and it's so simple that we're going to try to do it one-handed if my kids don't make enough, if they stay quiet. Let's see if we can do it one-handed. Well, I'm going to use, I need a cameraman. Anybody wants to volunteer? Okay. There we go. That is out. That is out. Then this pulls out. Okay. Pulls out. And this comes out. Just like that. And this side comes out. So lubricate here. Lubricate here, lubricate here, and put it back together. And I already checked it. The fan is working, so looks like we're going to have a refrigerator in a few minutes. Bye. Alright, this is the reason your air conditioning is not working. This fan does not work. It's dirty. This particular fan is new, but I want to show you how to clean it. That's how I solved my problem. I took these two screws out. The top came off. This fan is so simple. It does not have any capacitors. It does not have any brushes. Nothing. It's simple. Basically one piece almost is in there and that's it. Then you got this little doohickey in there. Okay. And then you got the bearings on the other side. So what I did, I put oil in the bearings. I put oil in this bearing right here, and I oiled this area right here and the shaft, and then even inside. You need to be a very thin oil because this motor is very weak, and if you use grease, which is sticky, the motor won't turn. Okay, it has to be very watery oil. Now I know everything is closed and you're in my case it was Christmas and you want to get this thing working, so just use anything you got. You can use vegetable oil. You can try to use some kind of WD-40. Now what I did, I use you could use vegetable oil probably. I use penetrating oil to knock out any rust. I suspected there was rust. Okay. And then I use these high dollar for, you know, I happen to have a corrosion block, which is about $14, and this one is about $3. Corrosion block, you don't need to use it, just use anything you got. Some kind of thin oil goes in there, including vegetable oil. This is an emergency procedure. You are going to replace this motor, but just for tonight. Anyway, I greased here, the shaft. There's a washer right here. This motor can be reversed. If you put these caps The other way, like the top, this is on top. If I put it on the other side, the motor will spin backward. So if you're getting the motor spinning backward, that's your problem. And again, all this area, all that, and all the shaft. There's two washers here. I think it's two, yeah. And then all this area, all the shaft, okay? Then oil. And that's it. This is how the motor goes in. Okay? And you're done, hopefully. And the fan needs to suck air. Also, the 4 foot by 2 foot back panel that shield, you know, the in the back of the refrigerator, it could be cardboard, it could be sheet metal. That needs to be put back also to get the correct airflow. The fan, this fan needs to suck air, not push air. Okay, it's designed to suck air. Good luck, guys. And I managed to get mine fixed during Christmas holiday. That was fun. Okay, this is video number 2. We're going to see if the fan will work after we disassemble it. And by the way, it should not blow air. It should suck air. So when you put your hand to it, it should be sucking air. Let's see what happens. As you see, it's working. And it is sucking air. The other side is the one that is blowing air. We're in business. You can watch the other videos for the rest of it, okay? Okay, pay attention to that notch. Make sure that notch is there in the correct position, and that allows you to even put the bracket on without the bolt. There's a bolt here, and this is what I use. That's it. To undo it, if you lay down and look on the underneath, there's a curve right here that matches this. And pay attention to the orientation of, there's another notch on the other side, opposite side, that goes in a groove. Pay attention that the motor will be in this position. You may want to take a video. I did have to use a magnet as I dropped the bolts a couple of times. Good luck. And then all is left to put these panels back on. And earlier, if this is too difficult for you, you can use that fan right there to blow air right here, and that will get you some time. But I went ahead and cleaned that, and wait a sec, it's working. Let's see if it comes on, if it works, and hopefully we don't have to deal with anything. Okay. Alright, the fan is coming on. We're in business. Good luck. I hope. And the hard part was really getting this in, the bracket, very difficult. Keep rotating it till you get it in, and pay attention what position it needs to end up being so you can have it done. Bye. Some of the things that had gone wrong with this refrigerator, we put a cushion here because we put an insulation here because the water would freeze, I don't know why. And then here in the freezer, if you ever get your defrost, which is a heating element that melts the ice, break, which it will happen eventually, you can tie the defrost wires together to get you some time for the parts to come in, and it will start working. So instead of replacing it, you can temporarily tie the wires together. It is located right there on the other side. There are videos. It is really simple to do. So look for the videos. And that sums it up. And again, we put a fan here. And we blew air in the back while the back panel was off, so we could buy some time watching videos. I had never done this work before. It took about 10 minutes for the assembly to go back in. So be patient, and just like I said, there is a you have to lay down on the floor and look up the ceiling of the refrigerator to see all these notches that are shaped correctly for that piece to go in. Good luck. It's the hardest thing to do. So this is what you do. Notice the position of the motor, okay? And you just tilt it down. This notch right, okay, tilt it down, go over, out. It's very hard to get it in and out. Again, notice this notch, notice this clip right here. Use your eyes, baby, okay. This right here will slide into something on the other side. Now, watch me how you put it in. It's very difficult, okay? You go like this. The notch right there. The other notch right there. Notice the position of the motor. Start like that. It is very difficult, I'm telling you. And we're going to thank it said, now we got to lock it in. That was the hard part we did, okay? Talk to you later. Okay, I'm touching this area. It's working perfectly, and reason for it is that we went ahead and cleaned the motor again, and this time we cleaned everything that spun with a light lubricant oil like a WD-40. We did the bearings, we did the shaft, we did the green part, anything that moved. We even put a little bit where the magnetic field is generated. If anything moves, we lubricate it with a very, very light oil. And it's been 6 hours and we don't have any problem. And the motor is spinning at a fast rate. The motor, it has nothing. It has no capacitor to start. It does not have a brush. It's very simple to clean. And last thing I want to tell you, the motor can be reversed if you put it back in wrong. So if it's spinning the wrong way, it's because you put it backwards. Just put it, disassemble it and put it back in. I think there was 2 or 3 pieces to the whole motor when we cleaned it, okay? Good luck. Mine is working at least, and I'm going to replace the motor, I think, but I got 4 days to go.